Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Altcoin Mentors YouTube channel. My name is Peter, and today we're going to do our weekly technical analysis for Bitcoin, Ether, EOS, Monero, and a few other smaller altcoins. Our main goal here at Altcoin Mentors is to help as many people as possible achieve their goal of financial freedom. And we believe trading cryptocurrencies is an opportunity of a lifetime. By the end of this video, you should have a better understanding of where the crypto markets are going in the near-term and long-term future. If you like our videos, please follow us on Twitter and on Telegram. We also have a portfolio for our 2K 5X challenge that you can view our positions and progress. The link is down below. If you'd like to be notified of our latest videos, please hit the bell button. All right, so let's get started. So Bitcoin on a weekly basis hasn't really changed much over the last couple of weeks. It's still on a downtrend. So one of the things I've done for my charts recently is I've taken it off of log scale. I just put it on regular dollar scale. By doing that, what it's happened is that it helps see visually the downturn a little bit more. When I was on log scale, people can see the upside really well, right? So the difference is if I press this now, you see how the upside move from the low hundreds up to the top looks so big, right? Because everything is done on percentage, right? And then now that it's going down, the percentages are not the same. But it really, in terms of dollar amount, you can see now that the rise here from last September all the way up is almost met over here. So it'll be interesting is that in 1 year's time, from September to September, we'll get back to the 4,500 level right here. So right now we are on a our 7th weekly decline, right? 8th if you count this number. So we have lower lows all the time. So it looks like it's going lower. We're right at support, which is at 6,000. It's been there for a while now. So let's look at the dailies. In the dailies, things haven't really done much. As you can see, it's just been a channeling, right? And so this is also a difference for log scale and regular scale. What you see is the price differences a little bit better. So log scale can sometimes trick you. You can kind of like make the rises seem bigger and the declines a little bit smaller. And we don't want that right now, right? Because we want to be able to see visually, right, what the increases have been and what the decreases have been. So right now it's been flat. If I scale it down to a lower time frame, you can see the blue lines that I drew in, which is what I thought would be the range, and it's been like that for the last 2 weeks now. So in the same little bit of a range, and we're exactly at that number right now. So right now it's going sideways, and that's a good thing, because if it wasn't going sideways, it would be going down. Right? So do I think it's going to go up in the near-term future? No, because we have lower lows, lower highs on a wave formation. So just to let you know, next week I'm gonna do my first technical analysis video on waves, lower lows, higher highs, and how to pick trends a little bit faster with that little setup. Very simple visual. Let's look at Ether. So just to get back, for the near term, I expect Bitcoin to stay in a range. For the short-term future, probably in the next few months or so, I think it'll go down to about the 4,500 level. I saw someone else say about 4,900. I think it'll probably go a little bit lower, 4,400. Let's look at Ether. Ether is the same way. If you look at it without the log, if you go log scale, see, looks like it has this huge run-up. Right? And it has in terms of percentages, but not in terms of dollars. Now when you take it off, right, you can see that the dollar runoff to the downside is even worse. Right? So what it does is if you put it in log scale, it minimizes the downward effect. Right? But if you take it off, right, you can see clearly the difference in the charts. Right? So what's going is it's going down and it's getting hurt. It hasn't hit the lows of May, but we still have we are in week 6 of lower lows. 383 is the main number here for Ether. And if it breaks that number, 240 is the next level. Let's look at EOS. EOS, same level. It's going down. If you get it from log, right? Log, it looks pretty good because it looks like you have lower lows, lower highs. And when you take it off, it doesn't look good, right? It doesn't look as good. Still has lower lows, lower highs, but doesn't look as good as the other one. So 555 here is the main number for EOS. If it breaks down 550, it can go all the way down to 50 cents. You get Monero. Monero, it just went up and just came right back down. So that's the thing. Look at it. The number is almost exactly the same as it was at the beginning of the year. But when you put it on log scale, it changes slightly, but it's still almost the same, which is good. Right, so this one looks pretty bad. It went up, it went down, and now it's exactly where it was. I know Monero has been going up recently, but it has to really change. It has to really get above 150 at this level to continue higher. If it doesn't go past 150, as you can see here, it came out right over here around 80 bucks. If it breaks this little low here, then it can go way down to 0. Look at Icon. Icon, same thing. It went up and it went straight right back down. So it opened at around $1. It went up, it went down. Now at the same level. So it broke support at 188. And if it doesn't get back much higher, it can go all the way back down to about $1. Look at Enigma. Right, Enigma is the same thing. Right now it's holding at the major support, which is at 142. 140. If it breaks 140, it can go down into the 60-cent level and then to the 45-cent level. ZRX. So ZRX right now is at support at about 63 cents. I liked ZRX for a while, but once I changed it to out of log scale, I didn't like it as much. So this is an example of how things can change. Right, so when you look at this chart, it doesn't look as bad. It goes up, it goes down, doesn't hit a lower low, it goes up. But here it looks really far. When you look at it, when you take it off, you're like, oh man, that looks really different. So when you look at this chart here, if this thing breaks here, it can go all the way down to 33 cents. Let's go to Zcoin here. Same level here. It goes up, it goes down. It broke the level at $27. Now it's at 14. So this is one of the ones, if you look at log scale, now it's going down, 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 down. And this one looks really bad. This one can go down to 0. Chainlink, same thing. Hit support at around 12 cents right when it opened. It went all the way to $1.40. You made 10x. You better have taken profit over there, even when it's going down. And right now, it can go right back down to 12 cents and then right back down to 0. Same thing with BitShares, right, and IEX. So all of these kind of look very, very similar, right? But if you take it off of, go back into log, then it looks a little bit nicer, right? So you have to figure out what you're more interested in: percentages, log, right? In a toggle log scale, or do you care about dollars, right? So for me, since I'm trading in money, right, because I'd like to make some money, I like to just be in a regular dollar scale. So for this, if you look at it this way, it looks pretty bad. The next level for IX is going to be at about 40 cents. So there's not really that much to talk about for the cryptos, because as Bitcoin goes, everything else goes. Bitcoin's been ranging, and because it's been ranging, the other markets have been hurt. If Bitcoin goes down, the other ones are going to get killed. So that's where the slight differences are, right? So that is a big difference between Forex and cryptos. So never confuse crypto, even though it says cryptocurrency, right? Never confuse that word currency with foreign exchange, right? Because when you have like a USD euro pair, when one goes up, the other one goes down. Right here, when you have like if you trade on Binance or other ones, and you go on Bitcoin or other ones, what's the use of trading Bitcoin, like let's say Enigma to Bitcoin, if Bitcoin goes down too? So now you have more Bitcoin. So basically you're staying flat, if at all. If it goes down even more, then you can even be losing money. So that's one of the things that's very interesting. If you follow us on our 2K 5X challenge, I've actually tripled the amount of Bitcoin. I started off with I think 0.21 Bitcoin about a month and a half ago. I've been trading it for a challenge, trying to make a 5X to see how long it will take. I actually turned it into 3x. I went from 0.21 Bitcoin to over 0.623 Bitcoin. But the dollar amount, though, has only doubled. So even though I've tripled my amount of Bitcoin, I've only doubled my money. Right? So that's what it takes. Right? Now it's getting even harder and harder and harder, because even though I'm making money and I'm making a lot of Bitcoin, the value of Bitcoin is going down, so I'm making less money. Right? And that's where the idea of toggling between log scale and going into a dollar scale has helped me a lot trading in the recent few weeks on cryptos. Because what do you care about more? Do you care about the amount of Bitcoin you have, or do you care about the amount of dollars, right, it's worth? So for me, I go with the dollars. So thank you very much for watching. If you like our videos, please share it with your friends and other crypto traders. You can also follow us on Twitter and on Telegram. If you have any questions, please ask away in the comment section below. We do a very good job of answering all of our comments and questions right away. Thank you again for watching, and see you in our next video.